Ladies and gentlemen, Banjo's in the chat for a good old Canadian country hoedown. It's TNA news. So multiple, again, I told you guys this so long ago, and then everyone's like, we already knew this, but it was just, they figured it out after. I told you guys back with the Jordan Grace, Joe Hendry, like they sort of were appearing in WWE around the same time. It was at that time around then where they get access to the PC. They're signed to WWE when they get out of TNA. That's just locked and loaded, okay? And then Jordan Grace even got let out of her deal early. Now Joe Hendry's in the opening credits. So, of course, John Elba with SI Wrestling, can swoop in and go. Multiple WWE and TNA sources say that Joe Hendry is in the process of largely being phased out of TNA programming. Note as we enter the end of the year and his deal's up at the end of the year, Phil don't miss, dude. Ben said it. Scott D'Amore has confirmed that Brock Lesnar was in talks with TNA back in 2007. Kurt Angle revealed this week that Brock Lesnar was in talks with TNA back in 2007. This is absolutely true. I was the producer of almost all of Kurt's early matches in TNA, and he came back to me saying Brock wanted to come over. Kurt was very excited about this, and obviously it would have been a huge, maybe trajectory-altering signing for TNA. I passed it on to Dixie, who owned TNA, but as you already know, it didn't happen. Yeah. I think that's more on Brock because Brock realized he had to go to Japan because if he jumped to TNA, he would have got sued to obliviacry. And so would Dixie Carter. They would have smashed your knee to obliviacry, right? Where is it, dude? My soundboard.
Smashed your knee to obliviacry.
So he had to go to Japan, I think, instead. He wants to be back in WWE. I think some of the people in charge there might not like him too much. Hey, just being honest. Ridge Holland attacks Mike Santana. So the steam pig or the sweat hog or the dirty goat or whatever, I don't know. He attacked Santana. Rick Ehrman from Anthem was ready to throw hands with Ryan Nemeth. So look at this. One of the Anthem execs was like throwing punches at Ryan Nemeth.
There's going to be some collusion tonight.
Anthem always snipes me, so I'm going to pause.
Ryan Nemeth sticking his nose in my business. Look at him. What's he doing up there? Whoa. Spin in the face of Anthem board member Rick Ehrman. Hey, what the hell? What's going on here?
I know that's a very important member of the Anthem family.
Carlos is trying to control Rick.
Pretty funny. Just looks like he's ready to jump the barricade. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was TNA News.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
WWE Hall of Famer Kevin Nash weighs in on the cancellation of Jimmy Kimmel due to his recent comments about Charlie Kirk. Kevin Nash says, well, ABC, your programming will not be viewed in my home. I guess freedom of speech doesn't exist at your network. In times like this, America looks for a spine. I'll wait and see where Jimmy Kimmel lands. Pathetic. Yeah, here's the problem. Nobody said when Gina Carano got canceled and all this. Here's the problem. Everybody wants everyone to get canceled, and everybody cries when it happens to them. Shut the fuck up. This is the problem. Ready? Jimmy Kimmel's a hack, and nobody watches his show. Okay? It's that simple. You tune into those late night shows to be funny comedians that interview celebrities. Do that. Stop preaching your politics. Every show you go to, everybody wants to talk about politics. Shut the fuck up. I wish I had 4 more microphones so I could hit him with the Dave Chappelle. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? We're tired of hearing this. Everybody shut up. Don't say dumb. You know what I mean? Stop being a sicko. People dying isn't a good thing in any, you know what I mean? It's just not a good thing. Okay? Unless they're like warmongering and they're like slaughtering people in Minecraft, right? And it's like then I don't want to hear the shit. It's just so fucking stupid. And so Jimmy, I don't even know what Jimmy Kimmel said, but I'll just say this. Remember when the late night talk shows were beefing with each other and everyone was actually funny? Okay, well, now they all kiss each other's balls and nobody's funny. I think that's the main problem. Stop, like, preaching shit to people and tell fucking jokes. Okay? Jesus Christ. Moving along. Kona Reeves works at Disney World. How awesome is this, dude? He took Joey Ryan's job. No. Remember Joey Ryan? Speaking of canceled, he fucking worked at Disney World and everyone's like, hey, do you want this guy? Now, that's one because people said he fucking creeped on. Or was that a different guy? I don't know. This is allegedly, this is South Park. I don't want to make allegations or whatever, but Joey Ryan had like, what was it? Half a dozen or a dozen people come out and speak against him. If his situation was similar to Marty Scurll's, I'm not sure, but then okay, yeah, maybe that's not a guy you want working at Disney, right? I'll just leave it at that. But aside from that, we're talking about Kona Reeves, dude. And he told Malcolm Muscle, shout him out. There were so many people I liked to work while I was in NXT. I mean, Adam Cole, baby, was awesome to work with. Gargano was a pro. Kenta was awesome. His relationship with Triple H, he pulled me over to the side whenever I had a match on TV to let me know. He gave me some advice, told me what I could work on. Today, he works full-time as a stunt performer at Walt Disney World, dude. I beat up Indiana Jones for a living. That's awesome. Bret Hart and Goldberg have been booked for the same event on the same date. Now, this is all that will happen. We're going to see like a cell phone video come out of them shaking hands and being like, let's take a picture. And then they're just going to take a picture together. I guarantee it. I fucking guarantee it. Torrie Wilson speaks on how she felt kissing Vince McMahon while his wife produced the segment. Yeah. What do you call a reverse? What do you call a cucking when it's a woman? What do you call that? I don't know the word for it, but that's real hot to us. Yeah. Jesus, man. Imagine, like, this is where Vince's shit is fucked up because he was the boss and then he booked himself to do shit like this. You know, he booked people to kiss. Okay, booking people to kiss his naked ass. I think that's like less. That's not as bad as like booking yourself to make out with these chicks in front of your wife who's like in a wheelchair and all this shit. And these are your employees. You know, I think the Kiss My Ass Club is like more of that's like an elitist, like a Kiss My Shoe. Okay, that's been done. Vince goes, kiss my ass. And I think that's less fucked up than like making Torrie make out with you and shit. No, am I wrong about that? I think that's less fucked up than the bark like a dog thing. Because the payoff for that was, well, Vince gets his face shoved in Rikishi's ass. Right? Like ultimately at the end, he took that stink face, like that's the most brutal stink face ever. Right. So to me, I think there's like a payoff to that in the end. And he had like guys kissing his ass. So it was kind of like, if they agree to it, you know, it's not, I don't know. I just feel like the women's stuff, when you look back on it, it's like, yeah, he's making out with Trish, Sable, Torrie, Stacy, getting lap dances from Stacy. Like, come on, is that a coincidence? Every girl that every dude ever has wanted to hook up with ever, you know, we all had each one of those posters on our fucking wall growing up. He gets to make out with them all, but he's their boss. Yeah, I know. The only angle that works is I get to see her tits. It's like, come on, dude. Anyways, here's Torrie explaining
working with Vince
her side of it.
First day and kissing Vince first day.
What was that like? How did you handle that?
Kissing Vince the first day? Hold up. That's crazy, dude. That is wild. I don't even think Triple H has kissed Stephanie on a fucking television as boss of the show.
Just like I always handled everything else, just felt someone push me on the back and, you know, just do it. Kissing Vince was interesting because Linda was standing right there.
Okay.
Kind of helping like navigate it all. So I don't know if that made me feel better or more weird. But you know, I was just really happy to have like a big role on TV then, working with Vince.
Yeah, that's tough. That's you know, that's tough. So here's just something funny that went down in Japan. Let's watch. Aja Kong. Aja Kong's in the ring. This guy's scared shitless. Oh, fuck. I think it's a work, though. That looks like Kota Ibushi, I swear. Is that him? Oh, yeah. The wrestler for sure. That might be Ibushi. Yeah, kicks out at 2. That's got to be Ibushi. So Batista reveals that why he turned down the role of Peacemaker. Man, Peacemaker, what a fucking good show. A character like you heard about, but you don't give a shit about. And then he's in Suicide Squad, and then the DC EU is kind of in turmoil. So you're like, whatever, I don't know. Then the show comes out, it's fucking great. This second season is even better than the first, other than the intro. The season of the do you really want to taste it? Season 1. That was the theme song for season 1. That one was way better. But fuck, man, this show's cooking, man. Rock on, dude. We're retiring cooking. It's such a lame term. It's totally rocking, fellas. And I can't wait for next week's ep. This week's was really good. But Batista reveals, and they're going into like I don't know. They did stuff with like this Eagle Master or whatever, like this Eagle Hunter, and he's played by Michael Rutger. And then you had like Eagly, and he taps into this thing like in the comics. It's what like Beast Boy, fucking how they communicate with animals and all. It's really cool. They're diving into like the bestial aspect of some of the powers in DC and shit, and it's something we haven't really seen explored that much. It's just really cool. Anyways, though, Batista was supposed to be Peacemaker. That's who James Gunn wrote it for. And 2 wrestler, and then John Cena took it over, and now James Gunn couldn't be more fucking happy about that. And Cena just knocks it out of the park. But Batista reveals why he turned down the role of Peacemaker and says he doesn't believe he would have played the character as well as John Cena does. I don't think he would have either. I honestly don't. But Batista, because Batista he has something more menacing about him, to where him playing Peacemaker, it would sort of just remind everyone of Drax too much. I honestly think that he would just play it like Drax, a little too close. Whereas Cena has like an endearing side. He has like that, he's Superman to wrestling fans, you know? So there's sort of that element to him that, I don't know, that Batista can turn on, but it doesn't come as natural to him. Whatever. I'm breaking down again, fucking actors and shit. But I have to say that one, I really wanted to do that part. James Gunn wrote that part for me. It was meant for me, and it just became scheduling thing where I couldn't do it because I was doing Army of the Dead. And so it was a scheduling issue. It was a blessing in disguise that I didn't do that, because I have to say, wow, I thought it was more because he was still loyal to Marvel at the time. Even though he's incredibly loyal to James Gunn. But I just figured, because like you notice John Cena's like they ask him, would you be in the MCU? And he's like, I would love if the MCU and DCU could cross over. Hollywood's trying to make that happen. That's like their goal. That's like their end game. The next fucking Avengers shit after Doom and all this, it's DC versus Marvel. I'm telling you right now. But you know, with John Cena, he's super loyal to Gunn as well, because this opportunity is next level. And he was in the fucking Superman movie, for Christ's sakes. Did a cameo in Superman. So anyways, Batista says he's just perfect for it. You know, I wouldn't have done it justice, and I wouldn't have been successful. I'm saying that with a bit of envy. You know, I would love it. Batista, you're going to play someone totally dope in the DCU. I just wouldn't even worry about it. And he says, I just wouldn't have been able to do the same thing that John does to bring to that character. It wouldn't have been the same. It wouldn't have been as good. I can honestly say it wouldn't have been as good. I agree with him. And that's called being able to be objective about yourself, you know? New Japan wrestler misses his 3rd consecutive event, and that's Tsuji, I believe. Yota Tsuji, yeah, he missed his 3rd straight event. That's not good. He's one of their like main dudes right now. Raja Jackson has finally been arrested. Air horn, finally.
Allegedly.
Round of applause. Oh, not allegedly. Sorry. Round of applause. He's currently behind bars on a $50,000 bond. I bet he'll get bailed out. Maybe his dad won't do it, but he'll just get bailed out so quick. They'll start a GoFundMe for him or some shit. People are just starting GoFundMes for everything now. So, but I'm glad. I mean, I should really play them a fucking Price is Wrong for how long it took them, or a dirty trombone flop for how long it took them to fucking get that guy behind bars, but I digress. On Twitch, Zilla Fatu revealed that he did the mocap for Umaga in the 2K game, in 2K25.
Also,
which, by the way, dude, they added Billy Gunn and Mark Henry and all this shit and D'Lo Brown. They're so good. Like, what they do really well is the DLC characters. Actually, all the characters, even base game ones, they just have like little unique things about them. And the way they, like, if you throw a fucking chair at Mr. Perfect, he does the Mr. Perfect, like, tumble bump. What do you call that? Like he does like the rolling flip bump. You know what I mean? And when you throw him into the corner, he does the same thing and shit. It's awesome. So the mocap and everything's just on point. So 2K just really needs to refine like universe and all that shit.
I'm going to drop a vlog too, talking about when WWE 2K and motion capture, they flew me out to Cali to do the 2K game, man. I did all my dad stuff on there. I did some The Rock moveset on there.
You did the Rock's moveset, he said.
I did some of Hulk Hogan's entrances. I did all my dad's three-minute warning stuff.
So some Hulk Hogan shit. Yeah, I think they get a couple guys to do different stuff as well, just so they have a few to choose from, you know, or so that you can also piece it together. When the camera cuts happen, you can piece them together that way. Anyways, Bishop Dyer, Baron Corbin admits he was a little butthurt about not being acknowledged during NXT Homecoming.
So a lot of big-time stars last night at Full Sail, which is the original home of NXT. What did you make of the entire event and what they were trying to accomplish?
So, in brutal honesty, I was a little butthurt about the whole thing. That opening package they did for the show was super dope, and they had a lot of superstars from the past, the middle, and the present on it, and I didn't make the cut. My t-shirt did. Somebody's wearing a Baron Corbin t-shirt, but I was a little butthurt in that aspect, and I know it's still fresh in WWE, you know, being as I finished up in January, and sometimes you got to kind of give it a year or so before they start acknowledging your existence again. But with that show, like I was a main staple in the beginning of NXT when they were counting the seconds to my matches. I was one of the originators who helped grow that brand. I was on every show. I was on the first live one in Brooklyn with 16,000 fans. So I was a little butthurt once I got over that.
I agree. Baron Corbin fucking ruled in NXT, and when they sent him back.
I thought the show was awesome. I even texted Russo, the writer. I was like, yo, Mojo Rawley makes the cut of the video and I don't. I was, like I said, a little butthurt. He goes, he was in the camel clutch. I don't care. He made it.
Yeah, Mojo, I don't know if he should be being in there or not, you know. Here's the video of Raja being arrested, thank God. And then he's just eyeing this guy down. Like, what are you going to do? Tackle him and beat him half to death too? Like, come on, man. Congratulations, bro. You let a bunch of fucking 12-year-olds on Twitch call you gay or whatever. And I'm tired of the disrespect. And you let them talk you into fucking jail. Great work. So Saraya celebrates 7 years of sobriety. Round of applause for her and her sobriety. That's a big deal. And if you guys want to laugh, go have your mind blown, get inspired. If you know anybody who's struggled with this shit, if you've struggled with this shit, watch the Charlie Sheen doc on Netflix. Amazing. And yeah, the Gates of Agony won. So there you go. I called it, although I did say I think the Hurt Syndicate, like I was like, okay, I'm just gonna pick them. But if MVP was being truthful, so MVP, what he DM'd me, he was telling the fucking truth and whatever. It's not like he's stooging. He's just like, we want to put over people we can help and shit. We think we really can help. Boom. MVP is helping out the Gates of Agony, and this is what should happen. Now, some people view them as generic and shit. You know, Ricochet gets the cover. They should have gave it to Bishop Khan or one of these guys. But hey, it is what it is, man. So, Bert Kreischer tells the story about him getting loaded because that's what he does with Ric Flair.
I'm in Tampa, Florida, sitting in a restaurant. I'm with my parents, and we're sitting down to have lunch. I'm in town for one day. The waitress comes over and says, "Can I get you something to drink?" And I said, "I'll have a Diet Coke." My dad goes, "Way to go, buddy." All of a sudden, I hear, "Woo!" And I look over and he goes, "Bert Kreischer comes to Tampa and doesn't tell Ric Flair?" And I go, "Holy it's Ric Flair." And he goes, "Get up. We're having a drink." And my dad goes, "Who the is this?" I'm like, "It's Ric Flair." My dad does not follow professional wrestling. He thinks some boat captain just came over and to party with me, and he's like, "I got ladies over there. Come on, Bert." And I'm like, "It's Ric Flair, Dad. I gotta get wasted."
See ya, folks.
My dad was taking pictures as if he's like, "This is where we last saw Bert," like documenting. I'm in Tampa.
Yeah, Bert, I just worry about that guy. Party's too hard. A live action Teddy Ruxpin movie is in the works with Dwayne Johnson producing. So there you go. He's producing it. I'm not sure if that means he'll be starring in it as well. That could develop as time goes on. El Valiente unmasked. His name is revealed as Fernando Vega. So Mystico didn't get unmasked. He's like crying and shit. Killer Kross won the first ever super heavyweight cup at Defy in his first match since leaving WWE. So yeah, he won the super heavyweight cup. That's awesome. And the Righteous also showed up in Seattle at Defy. And so I think we'll see a Karrion Kross link up in GCW Defy or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's just an indies thing that the Righteous and Karrion are going to do. It's kind of unfortunate. Maybe AEW could figure it out or TNA could figure it out with these guys. But it's awesome that the Righteous get to keep their theme. But how, did AEW own it? Did ROH own it? Did Tony give it to them? I know they left on good terms and shit, so.
I thought that was their music.
Or is it just because they're on this level of an indie that, Tony hasn't fucked with people for doing it in the past? I don't know.
The Righteous have crashed the party here tonight in Seattle.
So, yeah, I don't know. I guess they just do their thing on the indies. Shout them all out. I'm a fan of them all. So here is Cena or China, or I have no clue. But she trained with Zelina Vega, and she's a famous streamer, and she's with Aleister Black as well. So let's take a look. So she's learning how to bump.
It does not feel good.
Are you feeling good right now?
Absolutely not. No.
Wait till the kendo stick comes out.
I feel like I'm dazed and confused, but in a good way. Oh wait, I forgot about the kendo stick.
So you feel normal?
Yeah, it feels like there's a lot of air up inside my head right now.
Tuck your chin and attack the mat hard.
Just like the shit out of the mat. Slap the fuck out.
Yeah, see, that's the thing that people don't get. You have to attack the mat. Like, that's the, I don't know. I'm watching Tough Enough on Patreon and shit, and that's just what you see. Like, it's just the veracity and, again, not to, like, Benoit angle. The way Benoit would bump around, not to, like, praise Benoit and shit, but, like an Owen Hart, just the way they'd fucking bump. And even a Triple H, honestly. Like, when he was in his prime, that guy was he would just bump so hard and heavy. And it goes such a long way. And it's like almost because everyone's lighter and the rings are more, I'll say, supported. It's not like they're fucking soft or anything, but they have more support and they're padded a little more than they were back in the day. You just don't get that element of when that fucking stiff ass canvas would just crack in WCW. You know, the way people would just hit the mat, pardon me, back then was different as well, you know? So anyways, it's
I'm scared to
and that's what separates, like, people think they can bump, but like, can you fucking attack that mat and do it night after night and week after week and make other people look good by doing that? It's that, and in and of itself is like, you have to learn to just embrace punishment at that point. And yeah, anyways, you guys go.
Constantly going.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. There's Black. I didn't even watch this before. That always happens, dude. He's like he's making fun of like the lightness of the class, and that's exactly what I'm getting at. Like, just that veracity. You just missed that in wrestling today, you know?
Roll, but yeah.
How long do people practice this?
And you're not wearing elbow pads and headgear and shit when you start callousing, you know? Like when you break in, you're not doing that. you know, and then you start when you earn a pad, like in the Japan dojos. I'm sure now you can come geared up, you know, you can come dressed like Carmelo Anthony in the playoffs. No, but you can come sleeves on, pads, headbands, knee pad. I'm sure they let you do all that shit, but or maybe they don't. But in Japan, right, the idea is like the young lions wrestle. They're in black trunks and boots, no elbow pads, no fucking knee pads. That's like something you earn, you know, through injury and earning your, like, you get gear when you're okay. Now you're a pro. Like now you're off on your own and doing your thing. So
yeah.
Wait.
Is she wearing a Terry Taylor shirt? That fucking rules.
So this is how we actually bump and feed and get back up. Ready?
Boom. Oh, just that sound. Her face.
Did I look like that?
Raja Jackson hits the ring and fucking beats up this streamer girl. No, but for real, hey, I appreciate that she can take over the algorithm as far as like, here's streamers shedding some good light on pro wrestling, right? Instead of that bullshit with fucking Raja, and he got arrested. W for streamers in pro wrestling.
Yes. Justin took a great example of you and wanted to emulate what you were doing.
Okay. All right.
It's a stooge. Pardon me. I'm watching a pay-per-view while I'm also half watching this, and it says stooge Terry Taylor. I get it. Shout out chat popping me.
I hate this so much. I'm so sorry I ever questioned wrestling. I didn't mean it.
Flying girls to do this and then go, fuck, man, this fucking sucks.
Sucks. Ow.
Keep your feet up more so that you're not kind of doing that thing you're doing.
Amazing. We have more of that as well. Like Alistair shows her a scoop slam on a padded thing and she can't take it.
All right, I'll
So relax. This one goes here. This one goes here. This one goes here. And then there we go. Was that so bad?
No.
Was that so bad?
How did I even flip like that? I don't even know what direction I ended up in.
And you can't, like when you tense up, that's when you're going to get dropped on your neck. But obviously, he's just scooping her up like nothing.
Can we do it again? Can we do it again?
She said, can we do it again?
No! Did it look cool at least?
But like the thing is, if Zelina goes to body slam her, she's got to do some of the work to get up and make it look good, even on a scoop slam, right? It's not like fucking Zelina can just power her up the way Alistair did.
That's about 50 a day.
All right,
50 a day, he says. No pad, too. Like she's wearing fucking headgear and has like a padded, like, they use that pad for when you're jumping off the middle or top rope. So here's Zelina Vega. She gets hit with a kendo stick to end thing, which I don't think you're doing this day one at any wrestling school worth your time. But unless like maybe you're in like Japan and it was the 80s and the fucking senseis walking around just cracking motherfuckers who don't get their form and technique right. But yeah.
Ready? Are you hitting me now? Right now. Oh, we're full sending it.
Ready?
Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
Why was it so loud?
Oh, I'm a fucking tank. I don't even care. Holy shit, I don't care.
Yeah, like that. How you just had it.
Okay, toxic masculinity.
Ready?
Okay. Oh. You motherfucker. You. Oh my god. Oh. Does this look horrible?
So what? She's just increasing the power? Don't give her another one. Like I don't. Sir, may I have another? Thank you, sir. May I have another? Oh.
Was that as hard as he got?
It was just about.
That was really fucking bad. Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. Holy fucking shit. Holy shit. That one felt so bad.
So bad.
Oh my god. Holy shit. That one was not like the other two at all. What the fuck was that?
Like saying surfer breathing the way I did, it just made me want to.
She's just sitting there. Yeah, I can't.
It was beautiful. You were here, you said it, and you were like, All right.
Fuck, is he gonna whip harder?
Yeah, but you said. So now you're even.
So that was an even hit. You're a pussy.
Yeah, I don't know. She's probably amping it up a little bit for the camera too on that last one. She did a good job though overall and making wrestling look pretty cool there. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Miscellaneous News. Amazing, ladies and gentlemen.